be the best chance for them to take a first map.
Exactly. Let's load into A to select and see what we have in front of us for Lotus. Composition seems pretty set. Standard so far. I know that's a hover. I'm not going to get baited by any hovers here at all. But an A&M special that I see on JoBa is some Deadlock Gaming, which he does love expeditiously.
Yeah.
I'm excited about. But UST side, seems pretty standard, I would say.
No, I agree. I think honestly for both sides, I'm seeing the possibility to lock in that duelist. I don't like it. Yeah, we've changed that up. But the Deadlock has taken some. Okay, never mind. They're trolling me at this point. You know what? I don't care. I don't care about your composition. We're going over to UST Esports. You guys figure yourselves out there.
Yeah.
But the Gecko, pretty typical. I feel like Gecko has taken some sort everyone's hearts, honestly, with a map like Lotus, just because it's so easy and it has so much more value. You have the Thrash, right? That'll give you tons of potential to entry on sites. Honestly, the moment you have the Thrash, I feel like that's a round win from the Gecko.
Yeah.
Not to mention the Breach to help out with that double initiator take. So I think this is perfect. I think on the defense, they need to play aggressive with a composition like this. The Killjoy perfect for holding a site and maybe holding for a retake.
Yeah.
So if that's the plan, then I 100% agree. But obviously, Fade, not so accustomed to the Gecko on the side of Texas A&M right now.
Not at all. Like you're saying, double controller on the side of A&M. And on the other end, the double initiator for UST.
Yep.
As we load in to game number 1. Gompers, dude, let's get into it. This is so sick. And the music bangs as well.
It really does.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing. Heading over to Lotus, a map that was recently added. Not really so recently, but also still feels pretty recent. I feel like we're still getting into what we want the meta to look like. But for sure, as of right now, these players getting set up for something big. And I'm interested to see what it is. I'm interested to see the changes with KHS coming in, the changes that maybe UST have tried to put in to their own composition to maybe take a 13-1 map, right?
Yeah, it would be wild. Because like you're saying, like Lotus, we haven't seen them play a ton so far, but we'll see what they do end up bringing out for us on either one of these sides as we do go into load in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, now, Gompers, as we're looking at it too, I find for Lotus the double initiator for UST, considering starting off the defense too. Yeah. I'm looking to see them rack up a lot of numbers early on, right? Considering, and obviously play more heavy raid say, considering that's what we've been accustomed to, seeing what UST play a lot more from different maps and compositions. So it should be fun. That's it.
I think as well, like, you're thinking of, first of all, they're going with the default comps that they normally do, that they normally choose on a map like Lotus. It's the double controller versus the double initiator, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at, what we're looking at that A&M want more is just more control over the site, because they know that their post-plant positioning isn't necessarily the strongest. They know that they need more control over the site, and they need that scare tactic. But for me, the aggressiveness of what UST is trying to pull through with this double initiator comp is exactly what they like to do, exactly what played so well against A&M previously when they did have those that rematch, not rematch, but that first match together.
Exactly. And on the A&M side, what we've been seeing so far previously is that they're very volatile in terms of how they look to hold these sites, right? I agree. And going into this with KHS now in, talking to them a bit before, they said they're down to be more defaulting. They're down to be more standard and hold these sites in what would be a reasonable sense, I would say, because they do adapt a lot on the fly, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, which is, I find we'll see a lot of throughout this entire BO5, is very quick changes and adaptations that we'll be looking to see as well. As we do load into game in just a couple of seconds with map number 1 underway in front of us here, Gompers. I'm hyped. Actually, right before that, you know what we should do instead? Yeah. We should take a look. We should take a look at what the pregame rituals are for both these teams before we get into our game. How about that? Yeah. Let's go look.
Right. So normally I wake up, I turn on some music on my way to the facility. I usually take a cold shower right away, get the adrenaline out, get the nerves out right away in the day. And then I'll come over right before the match, about 30 minutes, 45 minutes before the match. I drink a little bit of coffee, a little bit of caffeine, warm up my aim training, and hop in the game, and I'm ready to go.
One thing I do like doing is just playing a bunch of TDMs, get warmed up, and I just enjoy them.
I mean, I'd say I like to listen to music a lot, and that really helps me, especially during playing. I actually listen to music while I play most of the time, and so that is sort of like my routine or something I stick by every single time.
My only pregame ritual I would like to say is I definitely like just huddling with my teammates and talking to them and hyping each other up before the game.
Pre-game rituals, I like listening to like Die For You and like Ticking Away. So those Valorant Champion songs, they really, just sitting there and just in silence, just listening to them really gets me locked in.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that. The Valorant Champion song, you know, me personally, I listen to, I may be a traitor, but any song by the League of Legends people, especially by Chrissy Costanza.
Oh, yeah.
She made Legends Never Die.
Oh, yeah.
That song gets me up there, because like whenever the drop comes, it just goes right up, man. It's immaculate. I'm there. I'm hyped. I feel like I'm finally 5'7".
Yeah, honestly, it sucks being so tall sometimes. So you don't wanna be on my level.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Don't zoom in on me.
Just production immediately was like, whoa, hold on, yeah, let's go check the.
I just got humbled very, very quickly.
I mean, but it's okay, because remember, you were actively digging into the crust, right? Eventually, you'll actually reach the molten layer core, and it'll all come back up. So it's fine.
That's crazy, because that's what they have been telling me ever since elementary school. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
used to be the tallest kid in school.
I know, I can tell. I can see why so many people are just afraid and intimidated of you as well, too, in fact. Because look, it's like, personally, I'll be honest, Coppers. When I first met you, I was terrified. I didn't know what to do with myself. I kept looking around, and I was like, I don't even know if I can talk to her.
You kept looking around, and you were like, where is she?
Exactly, where is she? And I forgot, because I was looking at a pillar, and I was like, oh my God, it's you. You're the one actually holding up the school right now, in fact. Yeah. Did you see that pillar behind me? That was Goppers. Exactly. She was there just like, hey, what's going on? I'll be casting with you today. It's great.
I'll be casting with you today. Yeah, we're super excited to cast together. If you could tell.
Yeah, I can't tell.
But I'm honestly super excited as well to see the game. I believe 4 seconds until we're back in. So thank you guys so much for your patience. It's very, very much appreciated. But I know you're ready to see some Valorant, and as am I.
I am too. I'm also ready to see a lot of Valorant, in fact. As I believe we're just, let's go ahead loading out in just a couple of seconds as well, too. So I do appreciate y'all's patience in bearing with us as we, look to get things reset, redone, recombobulated. As
oh yeah.
Hi guys, what's up, the crowd? Hey, you guys having a good time? Yippee! Woo! Yeah. Hello. Hi. What's up?
Oh yes, the kunai.
Yeah. Hey, it was cool. Yeah. It's which if you are here in the stadium as well too, and if you go ahead and tweet at RSAA #CVAL and come down to Boise as well, you'll have a chance to win cool swag from Valorant, our favorite game. So guys, just come down to Boise right now. And just like, maybe you get a Skybird, a kunai, whatever it is. Or just tweet at RSAA, #CVAL. Tell me how handsome I am. Please. Let me know.
Yeah, your lighting is so riz on your close-up.
I'm sorry, did you say my lighting is so riz?
Yeah, your lighting is so riz.
You couldn't say it was good?
Didn't? Okay, you're right.
Yeah, it's like, man, that's crazy, dude. You know what? What I feel like is that your lighting right now is very Phantom Tax person.
Phantom Tax.
Yeah, it's very Phantom Tax. It's taking a lot away from you, person. That's what I think. Yeah, right. It's kind of crazy.
It's because I'm just the light of everyone's life, I feel.
That's simply not true. But
anyways, I'm not casting with him today.
you just leave.
Oh my God, I love how they lowered the light.
Just to like.
They were like, we'll give you Riz lighting as well, Gomp.
We'll give you Riz light. What is Riz, Gompers? What is it?
I'll teach you. I'll give you a lesson. You know,
really?
Since we're waiting for the game, I know you guys want to watch some Valorant. We're actually going to get into it very, very shortly. A quick lesson on Riz. This is what you do.
I'm ready. What's up? Tell me.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not very good at Riz. You might have to teach me.
If I'm teaching you,
you hit them with you hit them with the hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
I'm sorry, I never really got this far. They normally don't respond.
I never really got this far. That's so sad. Oh my God, I feel so bad for you. Are you okay?
Mentally, yeah.
You know what? That's the best part, right? As long as you good up here, we're also going to be good inside here as well, too. That's what's important.
Oh yeah.
As we load in the game, just a couple of seconds. In fact, too. I believe we're just dealing with some back-end stuff, so don't you worry. It's all good. We're vibing.
It's so interesting to me. And we had a conversation about this, actually, with Nabber, about collegiate esports.
That's right.
And just, like,
nice guy.
How things work so differently in different schools. And like, the support system and stuff. And, like, just literally Nabber today. I mean, not even today. Maybe it was today. They were finishing up, homework in their room.
He was doing calculus homework the night before he got here.
And this is crazy.
Yeah, like, that's the cool part about this, right? Is that they even said it before. St. Thomas, UST, right? A very well-funded program with a facility, a coach, and all of them behind them. A&M, they've got no coach, no manager. They're a club team.
Yeah.
Right? They've got a facility. And as the school sees them as the club, it's a lot of what they do is a self-initiated as well to get into game number 1.
Yeah. Quick throw coming through from glyph, playing on the Gecko. And it does seem like some of that util already wasted, not necessarily wasted, but given away. But a big pushback from Texas A&M.
Slow play so far, right? Because like we saw, as we expanded early util, I would expect them to get a lot more aggressive as they saw that all the Mosh went out, so they weren't able to do a ton to capitalize off of it. But instead they decided to early rotate over to C instead. Killjoy is watching that, so JoBa should be able to know them, watch them walking in. That's double. Yeah, he sees too. Back so immediately has mollies there as well for the entry.
Yeah, that's great. Instant smoke that actually came through from St. Thomas. So what they're going to be able to do here is keep that hold. It's 55 seconds left. They haven't decided on a site yet, and they know there's no information mid if you're Texas A&M. So this is perfect situation for St. Thomas here.
Exactly, and look at them. They're also playing right over by B as well too. And smoke is doubled up again to put over by Waterfall, so they want to go to the entrance cleanly. They're going to have to deal with the Killjoy util as they look to make their way in right past Mount. A Paranoia probably what they're waiting for. It's a couple seconds to go in.
Yeah.
There it is.
Already smoke popped up. Xhowi's waiting for the push to come through, but the molly stopped this from happening. Huge rotation already. And not to mention, you still got the breach util to stop and possibly help to try to get this one through. Yeah, but right click making it very, very difficult to do anything down in this pistol round, and they may as well just play for the post plant here.
Exactly. Now, with them taking out 2 picks already, site is open with 10 seconds to go. Glyph looking to try to stop them, but he gets peeked out though. And Doug comes in, takes out 2. That's a nice shot. With 1 more left, and A&M started off hot.
Yeah, big shots off Bing. Keeping the positioning. It did get risky, though. I'm not going to lie. Taking the 1v1s there from Texas A&M, it really just took that one player to keep themselves hidden and to play at the perfect moment, and that's all it really took down in this pistol round. But anti-eco now for St. Thomas. And it's either they throw away the round, like I know sometimes people just like to throw away the pistol round, move on to the next, or they actually try to find a way. Double initiator kind of stacked up on A, so I'm assuming that might be the case.
Exactly. Now, you saw already too, with A&M, I can already kind of tell they're more than willing to rotate quickly off of sites if they don't find the initial entry.
Yeah.
And imagine we'll see a lot more of that. As again, early bomb expended to no March this time, so they should know the Gecko probably isn't around just yet, but
wow.
Peek out, punished.
Yeah, big push out from seyq. Unfortunately, didn't work out in favor. Now, paint shell coming through. Possibility for Zebra to go down as well.
Yeah.
TAMU, I mean, TMU, definitely, A&M, my apologies. Definitely performing a lot better on the pistol rounds than I had seen previously, which I like.
I mean, Lotus, I find, does tend to be naturally favored towards the attacker side because it's a 3-side map. There's only so much you can do. Remember, UST's competition is very much favored towards either holding post plants or getting onto sites with the double NE that they have, right? So we mentioned already too, while we learned the game, if they're able to at least keep it even on the first half, second half should go a lot better. As of right now, though, you know, it's their ante. They look like they probably get as many guns out of their hands as they can, but A&M look clean and probably a flawless in front of them.
Yeah, just running it down, taking out everyone with them. Glyph chilling.
Yeah, he's gonna die to spike.
UST, they're in a, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not the most uncomfortable spot, but definitely going 2-0 off the Gecko is not the best. You're kind of giving Texas A&M a possibility for more. So this round, definitely the turning point for A&M. It might be the loss that St. Thomas need to kind of move forward, or the win that Texas A&M need.
If you remember too, is with a lot of the BO3s, we've seen St. Thomas be a lot weak on these pistols too, specifically if you look back at the Breeze, right? It's always a 2-1 scoreline.
Yeah.
That has been the consistent trend in collegiate in general, right? That's the way that rounds usually go. With guns in their hand, UST, a lot better, a lot more comfortable, and I'm expecting to see that here. Change up with the defense as well too.
Yeah, Duck going good though. Double initiator, again, push up towards A, and this is big. Even though they didn't get a pick through that, they managed to find so much information to allow them this rotation down towards B. So there you have it. Obviously, Wingman trying to make some space there, but huge paint shell isn't gonna happen. Flash coming through, and it's austifrosti to make that first pick happen. Although, will it continue to work damage there? And it's UST with a 2v2. Huge turnaround rate.
This is huge right now for UST, but A&M can shut this all down. It's 1 for Glyph, stuck in a 1v2.
Big plays here though, Nabber. taken down with the momentum of St. Thomas, and it looked risky. I mean, huge from A&M to be able to get as many as they did.
And we said it, right?
Yeah.
It was going to be a 2-1 scoreline, but the fact that it was this costly, and remember, A&M are on their bonus buys.
Yeah.
So the next round will tell a mass story as to how the next 3 will go eventually for us, too. As you look at the entry as well here, too. Right? They try to stop the over by Baby Door as well, but considering they already saw them looking to walk in, like it's a huge flash. Also there for the support, and that's why it became so tumultuous as well that we saw from both these sides. But for now, for A&M, is it okay? Buys in their hands. Full Vandals across the board, you know. And for St. Thomas, Bulldogs.
I always like to do this, like to push out, try to get something more, and it's beautiful, but the whip just does not allow this to work regardless. UST there to make something happen, but it's Nabber that takes it back. seyq will not let them go down. St. Thomas with a 2-2 to keep going.
That was insane how they went ahead, combo breach ult as well too on top of that, and then just the complete push out, the paranoia hits 4 different members. So lined up absolutely perfectly is what I want to see. Look, let's watch this again. Right, off the nade they go, flash in. Look, it clears every one of them. They read this push exactly. So beautiful from UST to punish the rest, shut down the bonus here, and now A&M will be forced onto a save.
Yeah, definitely pulling through with the numbers. A more aggressive take from Texas. Aussie was just not really having that one.
Shoot.
I mean, valid enough. Double TP out of the way, but still gets caught in the crossfire.
He chased him down for so many seconds. He's like, nah, not yet. Not just yet. It's like in a serial killer movie. He's like, I'll get you, bro. But he knows he's right around the corner. Wingman should pop it. There we go. Frosty concussed. And every single breach is Yuto wasted on him, but KHS brings it back. This is nice. 1v4.
Oh, Doug doesn't have it.
Yeah.
4v1, not very much ideal, but it was big. Huge patience, honestly, coming through from A&M. I wasn't expecting the race to keep that trigger just locked down. And they knew exactly when to play with that. Obviously, Paint Shell to stop the push from coming through. And I think this was perfect, honestly. The way that this situation was handled, and then having KHS there to kind of allow that trade to come through. Obviously, KHS, huge addition to the team in that 6-3.
Exactly, and we've been talking about it a lot already before too. KHS has brought consistency and a lot of firepower that they were kind of missing before.
Yeah.
And he's putting up numbers as much as austifrosti, which is the best part. He's been here for a week. And now, speaking of which, firepower, you're gonna need this. Ooh, that was nice.
Yeah, beautiful first shot. Honestly, that opens up a lot. You would think it wouldn't. But now it scares A&M to kind of push themselves back, and an ultimate wasted, so they can't use that for the next round, despite this being an anti-eco here.
Again, quick rotates over from A&M. We said they have a massive propensity to do this, right? So they're not afraid to just get out of sight as soon as it senses danger. And UST, late to the rotation. Nate is already around. He's waiting for the plant to go down. I'm going to stop it with the nade, as this does get planted. Sees no one at the side.
Nate has nothing to zone these players on A&M out of the way. So you're going to have to see how exactly they handle this situation. I mean, Paranoia is still available for Bing, so they can basically shut anything down. Yeah, already prepped and ready to allow this execution to move forward, but still blast pack there. Bing does a good shot. And majority of the players from St. Thomas just unable to grasp the situation. But a 1v2 and a possibility. seyq still left alive. But the time, just really not on their side.
Yeah. It just wasn't happening. seyq hoping to grab any exits that he possibly could. But we're stuck on the outside, left alone. And they've said before on the UC side, seyq does the clutch gene, but unfortunately, a bad angle. It's like a waterfall. And now here, A&M, a 2-round lead, a decisive one at that. As they've been able to take early, quick side hits. C has been their favorite so far. And UST, they've got to look to rotate a lot faster if they want to catch up or slow down A&M before they get just free post plants. As right now, again, we're looking at C. Nate, this could be dangerous.
Kind of expecting something different over on A, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have like a slight push-up from St. Thomas. Attempting to find information early on. But then again, down in mid, just really wanting to push the angle. You do have a lot of Killjoy util information given away, and the breach starts to come along. Maybe of use of a fault line.
He's the target this time, though. And we see Nate also holding on the outside, considering they're up against Killjoy util, so they want to try to not get flanked. That's all there. Pops up top in the corner, and that's a nice little pick off. The next as well to force them away with the nade. It's going to shut down as an option. And remember, we said constantly, A&M not afraid to just run it back wherever they can, and C has been there for every side to get to. Anytime they need a backup option, through B they go.
Yeah, mid might be the place, though.
Oh!
Doug has nothing to play with. They've also put the molly out of the way, so at this point, nothing they can do to get themselves onto site, but seyq goes down. 2 is fine. They've managed to at least get something out of A&M.
3v2 right now, looking at the post plan as well, and Nate shuts down the rest. He's waiting for the outside. They push against him. They wanted to go to C to trip them up again. And UST, a much-needed win, a good defensive hold on B. And now for A&M, we'll have to see if that changes anything. And although I doubt it, because so far, their early picks, and also off the back of which to get util, have been working out stupendously, because then they decided that we'll beat UST at the rotate. And now again, they look to run it back onto A, but look at the stack right now here, Gompers, right? It's 3 already readied up. We should see a mosh pit alongside a nade. I see you can actually catch them. They're getting aggressive.
Yeah, and a rush onto site is all they really need, but they haven't been able to get like a very flawless execution. It's always been somebody lost early off, but Nabber might just be able to take the first, now second down. And St. Thomas, they're found in an uncomfortable position down behind box. xhowi manages to find something to make it happen and possibly give themselves a win. But the 1v1, St. Thomas, TP having to be used. But a discussion as to where, finding them up top. But one headshot needed to finish it off. seyq, beautiful shots for that 4-4.
seyq again, we said it a round ago. This man has the clutch gene. And the firepower he's been putting out, the team also mentioned, he's worked this entire year to get way more consistent in his team play, his setups, and his firepower in general. And that reflects right here, right now.
Yeah.
A 4K to finish it off, and now from here as well, right? To save the round, get them to 4, even going. And the stack, it's the exact same as last round. They want to push out again, they want to get aggressive.
They just hold sites when you're looking at UST, and it's undeniable. They don't like to keep this team wanting more. Now they're actually shutting them down one by one, but it doesn't work. Initiator down, and so is the Duelist. They've lost at least some sort of importance, and maybe even more, but xhowi holds on, looking for it, and they will find it.
And UST finally finding their swing, right? This is what we want to see out of them. Now, they run the stack twice already, and they iterated for the first one, where they didn't throw all the util on the mash pit, and of course the breach aftershock either.
Yeah.
Because you saw here, it was a clear fault line not to mid this time. Instead, it was right into spawn to get the rest. They were fine with isolating the Duelist, and here they instead chose to fight right in front of center instead of by the corner. So, iteration already working out well. And now for A&M, for Ultimates Online. The C we go, we're fighting again by Mound.
It's incredible though, like the read that St. Thomas has on this team, the grasp that Nabber has on the picks running through mid. And it's always the aggressiveness from St. Thomas, but this time what A&M did perfectly is rotate, finally figuring out that no matter what, they're gonna fight to the death here for St. Thomas.
Confidence is the name of the game for this entire team. And it sings true with everything they do. Viper's Pit, it's going to be tough to get through, as it just put out glyph, 30 health. This is going to be rough. He has Thrash for this.
All Nabber has to do is just wait within this. I mean, they have the spike. Glyph incredibly low, but there it is. Thresh not making it any easier, but they've managed to eliminate it. They've heard the noise, though. They know they're located in tree, and all they have to do is molly it off. But it doesn't matter. They don't have anything to play with. Big sprays moving forward. A huge rotation all the way around the back from KHS.
And that was tough because they knew they were waiting on the outside, but the fact they're actually playing so far into the pit as well is what really catches them, right? Because usually you would see them, play over by a tree, near by door, waiting for a signal. But instead, Spike planted off of default 2 and choosing to be front and center for the fight. A&M, they themselves are molded down to match St. Thomas for where the power meets one another. Remember I was saying this before. UST has been known for their extremely confident plays. This entire team runs off of vibes when they know they're shooting better, and usually they are. They're down to just take every fight they can. There's a rolling thunder, push them back. Again, they're just down to push.
I mean, immense hits already coming through from xhowi. This is not something new that we haven't seen before. And this is what is the continuation of why A&M, I mean, why this back and forth keeps going. They don't read into this despite it happening so many times. They didn't put out, I mean, the possibility for Fade to kind of gather early information before they peeked out. So then they get 1 or 2 down. Yeah.
UST deciding that playing defense is cringe. Why would they play on sites when they could just run at them?
Yeah.
And so far, early pickups have been the thing. And remember, early picks are wherever it's at. But here we are. C is red. And with a lockdown up against 3, they've been cut off of the options. They've got to get out of here. The double back is a possibility. But with nobody flanking, let's see what happens.
Yeah, lockdown. Not really enough time to give UST a suspicion that they aren't pushing here, but the smoke giving xhowi the ability to find something more, but they heard the TP, and all they need to do is aim.
Oh my God. xhowi said it.
Yeah.
He wants to put LATAM on the map. And they've said on the desk too. He's 3 guys. xhowi, Glyph, and Nate. All 3 of them playing in LATAM challengers. So they've running back double the practice in many different teams with collegiate. And bear in mind, Glyph doesn't actually IGL on the squad either. So he's bringing what he sees from others onto this team as well too. And right now, they're looking good and feeling good as you look at a potential even half.
They've attempted to push the Prowler past B, but it doesn't even reach that far, which is, again, the scary part of playing against a Fade. Like, I mean, playing with the Fade, you don't necessarily take every corner. Luckily enough, it didn't matter. UST weren't pushed too heavily in there.
It's all good. Lockdown was the biggest proponent of them looking at the post plants, but here comes the retake. They already clear out 1 towards the back, and so here B side has even opened up the flashes. Nobody played anti-flashes either. JoBa in the corner, not flashed at all, but the double swing is good. But against unfortunate guns, there's only so much they can do.
Yeah, xhowi just clearing that up like it's nothing. And this is the change for St. Thomas. I'm noticing a big difference. Normally you'd see Nate be that leading player, that leading factor of the team to lead St. Thomas to victory. But now as we switch the halves, I mean, that might be the case, but xhowi has been pushing for the defense, making sure that as that sentinel role, they need to keep those site holds, and that's exactly what has been happening. Every site that's been hit, every site that needs somebody to keep hold, xhowi has been there. Obviously, 12-8 already down on the board. Dog with 8 assists, and Glyph, like the initiators, doing their job.
Exactly. Now, based on JoBa as well, too. Remember, he's been one of the newer additions to the squad in this past year.
Yeah.
And the cool part about this is that JoBa came into this as a duelist player.
Yes.
He was a Raze, Jet, 2-chick naturally. And he's mentioned, too, is that the squad has allowed him to learn about the flexibility of the game and himself as a player. As you can see right here, the aim is crisp, but it's on a KJ, which makes it even more dangerous. So these side holds become even better. Speaking of which, there's Bing, gets tagged, sees 1, and there's 1 to start off, but the rest of them come through.
Easy walkthrough, but how easy is it going to be when Bing is just looking for the damage? And even then, they did get the spike down, but Bing has 9 health, and a dream. They don't even care. At this point, they know that they win the fight, and xhowi just trying to hold on. And I don't think it's gonna work. It's incredibly difficult. The K taking over in the tether, leaving them with nothing.
UST and not being able to get a pistol around.
Yeah.
An iconic duo, truly.
I agree.
It's and it's not even like it's necessarily like a detriment, but it's just how their game plan goes.
Yeah.
They're just down to lose 4, and then they just bring it back up slowly. We see it in spread here too. It's been 2s and 3s and so far continuing, and for A&M right now, gun advantage in their favor. So naturally, they'll be more than comfortable taking this round as well, quite handily. Unless some hero plays do come out from UST, but it's classics.
Yeah.
So I don't expect much.
This is this image behind you guys, or behind the screen, is actually Texas A&M fans right now, gathering around.
Praying.
Sacrificing and praying. I think it's fine, though. They've been playing incredibly well. Already 6-7 against St. Thomas, and St. Thomas have proven to be the better team in the first game. So it's already a huge difference that I'm seeing.
For UST, though, remember, they're right now up 2 in the past 3 series they've played. And it's been 3-0s each and every single time. But the biggest difference maker, remember, is KHS here. How they changed up, added more consistency, more firepower. And a player on challenges with resonates, but he's not first one going down either.
Yeah, chances to find something, too, are so slim. Like, isn't much to play with the Fate. I mean, KHS barely being able to buy into anything, but regardless, xhowi finding a shot with the Classic. St. Thomas, anti-eco, so, I mean, you kind of know how the game goes. But for A&M, again, like, huge opportunity just to bring that 7-7 into action. And a possibility as well with the Bulldogs and buying a little bit, heavily investing into this, gives them a chance for that bonus round. But they need to play significantly well, and they need to make sure that any pressure being given away from St. Thomas just gets shut down immediately.
Exactly that. Because now, right now for St. Thomas, the biggest note will be, naturally, the swing of things is the round that they need to get here. This is how they started. Every map they played, the one on their docket to get them to 8 was what will allow them to be free and at least have some sort of semblance of control in the half. We were hyping up the composition. We were saying double innies where it's at for all this and more as they play very spread apart here. Okay.
Oh, but on the right-hand side, they don't know. They waited for the orb to be collected, but the head gets peeked out. austifrosti only able to find one.
One might be enough, though. All that information given over. With A&M rushing on in onto C. No spike gone down just yet, but being held on the outside. He has paranoia, but they shut down Waterfall and Spawn as well, too. Although opened up, no place to get in, a spike goes down. Yeah,
they've laid down the mosh pit to deny any entry inside of Waterfall, but they still don't know what's going on. And everybody getting prepared for the push on A&M, and this might be it. They know they need the close-up for the judge to work, but it doesn't matter. xhowi shuts everybody down.
The explosions from UST are always a surprise, and one that catch you off guard far too often, I might say.
Yeah.
Because A&M decided they knew they had to make a run for it, too. And considering there's only so few options to do so, they could paranoia, or they could try to fade wall, they maybe try to get a tether. Dogs don't go that far, because they can just shoot them. And that's it. That's all, they're stuck. And this is, again, the classic UST pull, push, back and forth, Squid Game style of gameplay.
Squid Game style of gameplay.
Yeah. They got to make everything harder before it gets easier.
I agree, actually. That is very, very true. I feel like that's the recurring theme. But St. Thomas, they perform way better on the attack than on the defense is the theme here. So there just needs to be something else. And the util that we're seeing from KJ on A&M, yeah, it's there, but it doesn't seem like something that is significant at the moment. Yeah, not too strong.
Yeah, not a ton has been used from the KJ so far to be able to deny sites, because we've seen that KJ's been deciding to essentially just, you want to play postcard with a lot of these, and stuck on flank watch, but there's the Thrash, did not see Bing, I believe, so that gets stopped. There's an opportunity here as they all just stuck by Baby Door. This could be tough. Are they going to commit this? Yeah, there's no shot.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, they have to. And they had no prior information, especially coming through. But Bing, looking to hold on. Not going to happen. TP, an appropriate moment, and they didn't clear the angle. So now it's up to glyph to keep the sight and make sure this plant goes down.
Oh, bit of an overheat. Dizzy just really doesn't catch the person at the side, but glyph is going to hold this because he knows he can.
Yeah.
And there's 2 actually around that corner, too. So it'll depend on how they look to coordinate how they make their way in. It's 3 playing 1 by 1 here, Gompers. They're going to save, there's no shot, right?
One tap.
Saw him.
All it needs is a 1 tap, but they know now that they're there watching. Of course, time is of the essence. JoBa has to peek, and glyph is there, but still stuck in a 2v1. Nabber looking to stick it, but it's a wide swing, and glyph shuts it down.
I respect it, because considering they came from door, entry, and then also back at sight.
Yeah.
A disjoint to try to walk in, and I saw I saw that A&M were like, trying to pass door over and over again. Maybe they might peek over. Maybe they might try to find one. But with only a single pick given over, I found retakes like that you're banking on them, essentially just making a mistake and not paying attention to you.
Yeah.
Which is not the case at all here. And not right now for UST. Right? Yeah. Up 2, once again, taking the lead, looking good while doing it. And on a save is A&M, so...
Wow.
They get one? Okay, that's guns in their hand. All right.
One way to figure out a way to work around the anti-EQ is actually pretty interesting, but yeah, unfortunately 2 players already lost, and JoBa's looking for the sneaky route, taking a cheeky corner, but the lockdown, it's so like, they've already taken 2. So lockdown to solidify the round is an interesting choice, although it doesn't matter. Yeah, JoBa's still looking to fight this one through, although I really don't think it was necessary to push that.
I mean, I find at certain points, you're just, as UST, you're like, you know what, I don't want to risk it, because the biggest thing, once again, right, is on the previous gun runs they've had, they've lost so many of the weapons that it made the comeback for A&M possible.
Yeah.
Because looking at round 7 and 8, right, they were down to just firepower with firepower. So instead here, it's unfortunately a similar result. They saved one more gun in the previous half, giving them a better chance of continuing their lead past double digits.
Yeah, I think I mean, definitely could be the case. Doug's still having, that's so romantic. Doug's still having their Rolling Thunder to kind of work through, especially in a round like this one. I think this is the time where you really do need to solidify yourself. Honestly, it might be best to just keep that. And no, actually, yeah, solidify this round, push them into an anti-eco for Texas A&M, and then you pretty much bring yourself to match point.
Yeah, exactly that. A crucial round right now for A&M. So they're deciding to get active.
Yeah.
Has a showstopper here too, but as does the boy Nate. So explosions on both sides. There we go.
Rocket fuse. Showstopper being pulled out by Nate. We can't find anyone. They know that Nate has some sort of trigger discipline here, and they're going to keep themselves back, but still finding one. Beautiful too. Information coming through. They find it, but they can't execute.
This is big. They got back 2 as well. Although Spike goes down, the reposition from Bing might be nice. He comes forward. Nightfall as well. KHS stopped for a couple more seconds. They're continuing to delay as long as they can.
Yeah, pushing through with information. KHS finds 2. They know where they are, but they're not checking their back. They leave it open.
Close calls right now for UST.
Yeah.
The hold was tough, especially considering they weren't relatively playing on many trade angles. But luckily, seyq and xhowi which just happened to be the most crucial ones as they stopped by Waterfall. And I say, the pokes play util usage so far from UST has been excellent. Doubling up on preset mollies alongside Mosh Pit, and then whatever the rest he can just throw at them too. Nate, we've seen, has been a lot of solo plays, and that has been his kind of modus operandi, right? Nate go kill, but right now, Nate go support. Pops in, xhowi. Yeah, that's unfort. Lose a gun. So at least A&M not completely out of it yet. 4 firepower.
Finally finding one off the start of the round, which is going to be very, very valuable. But Spike planted on St. Thomas, and out, Thrash coming back out, trying to find somebody else, and Glyph does manage to get information, but they can't recollect that, so it's gone for now. Although Wingman left there, Nabber looking to make some space, but it's seyq that gets taken down. Refract potential, now another one for a possibility there. austifrosti with an ultimate of their own, and it doesn't matter. St. Thomas finding the space, but austifrosti just won't let it go. 1v2, and KHS with the win.
A&M beating allegations, saying that they had to win that 10th round right there. Instead, a big comeback, early pickoffs, and UST.
Yeah.
Losing too many too early. Bit of an overhit, might I say, early on. So, still, Econ not really in their favor just yet, but it does bode well for the chances of A&M finding at least one more round, closing the gap. Lotus are not out of it just yet, but, you know, they've got a bit of a potluck bye, I'll say.
Big assist numbers on the side of UST, too. I think overall, like, they just play so well, like under stressful circumstances. Cohesion most definitely there. Now, obviously pushing past with the utility just to find somebody to take out off the initial start of the round.
This is interesting because they used both ultimates they had here so far, so they saw who was actually holding A, but the purpose pit is held up by B. So they're cutting off the rotation option instead, so they're forced essentially to go by door, rotation out again, and C looks to be the play. Look how far xhowi's gotten, but he hasn't made it able to enter just yet.
And the unfortunate part is that, like, even then, for St. Thomas, you still have an ultimate being brought up. 2 ultimates actually almost on the ready there. Having the lockdown for retake potential on the side of A&M, so it might be theirs. But if JoBa goes down, it's over. Managing to push themselves back, but they're going to rush this no matter what. They know that there's potential here to find something big, but the lockdown destroyed, and now JoBa has absolutely nothing to play with.
This is huge right now. JoBa putting out the aftershock as well. They're peeking to him. A nice play for one. They're being supported. Nate with 3. And they've got to find more, but JoBa says, no, that's not for you, that's for me. Oh!
Nabber shuts it down. And St. Thomas, the execution they were looking for towards C really just does not work. I think the rush for that lockdown should have been completely denied, in my opinion. I think they should have just rotated and maybe found something else, because that's when the quick rotation from A&M started to come through. They knew that this was the site they were looking to hit, and obviously things didn't work out the way they thought. But austifrosti playing as a duelist with 12 assists is crazy.
Yeah, that's different. That's
that is crazy. He is the initiator.
You know, like, his nades and probably his boom busts have just done so much for the team.
Yeah.
To just find info, and then the fact they decided to swing off of a small bit each and every time is impressive. UST right now though, still 2 up in the lead. Frosty. Another one of these assists coming in, not actually damage. The concuss is nice, and he still gets a shot through it as well as they back out.
It's great, because I feel like I'm also noticing like a huge difference in the playstyle of austifrosti too. I've noticed more confident with KHS taking in that initiator role. I've noticed that they don't feel as afraid to give those early pushes forward, to find that first-hand execution, because it's like you have everybody coming down in your arsenal to help you get those refracts, to help you find that first-hand pick. So obviously 2 already down on the side of St. Thomas, and only losing 1. So big trades.
Speaking of which, down 1 in terms of manpower right now for UST. And for A&M, if they get this, they force UST on a save and look for a chance to tie it up, potentially set it to overtime, or even take the first round for themselves. A map 1 win on Lotus would propel them so far. This is incredible considering how competitive it's been. As they walk into A, it's a clear side full retake right now for A&M. There's waiting for the trigger. And as that beep goes in, that's just about it. Nabber with a very advantageous angle. This looks to be tough for Doug.
Waiting for the rotation.
Yep.
A&M, luckily enough, having 2 controllers, but no smokes. Kind of on the way there. They know they managed to possibly get 2 decays, but it's not working out. Tons of util coming through from the Rays to find the initiation. But they do get pushed back. Frosty won't let them go. It's like they're hunting for blood, and St. Thomas is in the crossfire.
I mean, they smell it. That's why they're the fade, right?
Yeah.
Covered in platelets and iron. That's all blood is, by the way. So the nose is strong like dogs. They pounce at them at every chance they get. And based upon that, you talk about the playstyle changes so far for A&M. Previously, it was individual plays and very disjointed, but here, they're defaulting more. They're playing together. They're swinging as 3, if not 4, every chance they get. That's an impressive feat from them so far to see how much their playstyles have changed from just a week or 2 ago. The additions they've had, Austin, we're gonna get active. Start off, that's 2, a trade for Nate.
Yeah, they've pushed back, and in this moment, KHS is just trying to run away. With shots already fired off the side of St. Thomas, they've lost their duelist, which has been a huge effort to get those retakes in, especially with the paint shells and whatnot.
Being spotted, back by 3. Still looks for the peak, but considering KHS, they're looking to clean up the rest of the mess. It's tough. xhowi's second 1v3. Not impossible, but they are playing quite together. So they all look to lock in. The peak by Mount could be. He heard that! And Nabber was ready. A&M tie it up. 4 rounds in a row.
Rooting into St. Thomas like a book. And I think the thing that we haven't tried yet, interestingly enough, is just patience on the side of St. Thomas. They're trying so hard to push for something heavy, and it just gets denied constantly.
Yeah. Based upon that, too, because if you remember, A&M showed that they were down to rotate whenever possible.
Yeah.
St. Thomas, complete opposite. They're hard, set, and ready. And we said it previously. UST plays with confidence and nothing but. And they may right now be a bit leading to the downfall, you might say. As they're like, you know what? I'll better, I'll swing, I'll shoot. And Nate in, he's ready to swing and shoot.
They have heard the noise, though. You know, you can tell Nabber knows because JoBa was the one that gave away the call out, but maybe not. Nate's so big off this, and they get collected. If anything, they still do have the paint show, looking to eliminate before they go down. But it's Frosty with the ultimate. They've managed to eliminate one, and even then, Texas A&M, so much damage left on the side of their team. A 3v4, but still 2 players just needing 1 body shot to get eliminated here.
They're playing off site, and just the right end of the breach aftershock tags them here. And there's a thrash to walk in, shot immediately. The fling off of it too is tough. 3v3, this could be.
All they need to do is spam, and still it's glyph. 2K with the Sheriff, but they can't hold on.
Barely hanging on for dear life. Glyph was about to save the game and put A&M in a real awkward spot. But the momentum strives through. The gun disadvantage is felt. And with just Sheriffs, 3 not able to be converted. A&M on match point from map 1 of a grand finals here in CVAL. A sentence many people did not think I'd be saying.
It's honestly just the case of St. Thomas taking in this round. They don't, they lose, and it's over. And they had such a big turning point. They could have taken it to match point so easily with the Rolling Thunder alone, but now it's working out so perfectly for UST, pushing out a little bit too far, and seyq holding on.
A&M obviously read the play, but not anticipating the level and the stack that would be there. And that's exactly what we praised A&M for. A togetherness, all of them running, holding pinkies. Now Bing, shot whip, paranoia to catch it, and he gets out alive, but for how long is the question. I give it about 5 seconds.
And they're still fighting side alone, which I don't think is the best decision. Obviously, Lockdown kind of settled down, luckily enough being able to find one. But they know where Bing is now, that they've backed themselves off into a corner, and they might just be able to fight this.
Oh, this is so nice. Oh, smoke lands at the exact right moment. Plan should be guaranteed off of this here too. But Bing's making his way through, not expecting anybody to be there. Confidence play, but one that gets shut down.
Yeah, they've settled down for the not the lockdown, my apologies, the molly, to try to keep JoBa away. But do they know he's there? They don't.
No.
Absolutely no clue. They're still trying to find the location.
Clutching JoBa. But the high-low here, Gompers, this should just be it. And there it is. OT, map 1 in CVAL Grand Finals. Let's get it, bro.
This might work. This might be good, honestly. Like, who was it that picked this map?
Remember, based on the rule set,
actually, it was
it has been UST who decided the entire map order here.
Really?
Yes. So, and they got both the bans as it came from upper bracket. So from there, naturally, A&M got to pick their sides and so on. But this order and conjunction was decided. Essentially, essentially decided the map pool. Orders, of course, actually switched over. But I believe from here, we can double check who got it. But right now, what matters, I believe it was A&M, considering the bans. So, hey, they're doing good so far.
Yeah. Defense, though, looking a lot better on St. Thomas than it does on A&M. So they might be able to run away with this round. It really is dependent on what's going on, but the flashes don't hit.
Punishing Nate for getting active early. And see, this is classic A&M play. Look to move back if they can't find any more info. They know that he's too heavy. Oh, Nate going down is big. And moving to pillar again. Shots traded, but Doug, the unfortunate whiff, he puts down damage. And now they bet up more they can chew. UST, they will continue pressing the issue? Nah.
B site. Oh, looking to make the play, and they've just taken away the molly as well. They've tried to put it at the correct timing, but it doesn't work out. Smoke settled down, and this might be perfect, actually, leading them straight into St. Thomas.
Walking by the door, glyph is ready waiting for them. XHOwi in the corner, they don't know. Do they check it? A massive flash! Disgusting play from UST to get the first round in OT.
A flash of a lifetime to give St. Thomas the lead. This would have went very, very badly. You see Nabber peeking the corner, trying to clear the angle. And he just gets, and the moment that flash comes through from Doug, it is absolutely over for Texas A&M. Now, the defense has to be perfect to push them back into a situation where they can redeem themselves.
And they've shown that they've done this and down to before. The assists are crazy because if you remember, there was a paranoia a couple rounds ago here. So the read was good, but the stack, unfortunately, was A&M's downfall, which you praised them for before. UST this time, they're playing by spawn. They're expecting the aggression, but they're not finding it.
How do you come back from that? It's in a couple seconds you're gone. So now A&M, the pressure is on you. You feel the anxiety of the moment, knowing that you need to figure out a way to really take this one through. Doug, though, getting ready for, some sort of initiation off Nate.
Double blast pack in as they found nothing here so far. A is open with austifrosti playing the floater. I saw one, yep. Forced to back off into spawn here, so they know A should be pushed in. He saw only two though. So not forcing A&M off any early rotates either. But looking at his catch, they're not falling for it. Still double stacked, but you see the Fade is ready to move over through baby door. But sees the play, there's two more here. They get stopped for now.
30 seconds left.
This is the time. Yeah. Either way, they know they've heard the noise here, so they're going to have to push. Quick rotation coming through from A&M. But nothing to play with here other than seyq trying to take into the 1v1. And this might be it. Who's going to win? St. Thomas with 3 players. The advantage there. But it's Bing looking for something more. The overhead is there. And A&M 2v2. But it might not be enough. No smoke, no paranoia. Cage just goes down. And Thrash makes its way. Slow peek over. And St. Thomas win with a